Battletech.tv on Commando Gaming 1. We're continuing our series on Battletech Advanced. We are doing some practice while we wait a significant update on the mod, which will be Monday. Today is Thursday. So we're just a couple days away from that update. And what we're going to do when we get that update is we're going to do a fresh start. And we're also going to have a little bit of a competition. So IMG, who's another streamer on our Twitch platform, and I are going to be starting at the same time with the same rules and the same start. And we'll see who in the certain period of time can get the highest score in the game. So I think it should be fun. A fun way to try out the new mod, especially since we're going to be starting out with battle armor, which is quite a challenging start. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to be hard for us to get exactly the same rolls and get exactly the same starting mechs, but we should get pretty close. And on that note, let's jump into this first mission for this morning.
Command interface initiated.
It is a capture base mission. Currently have 4 mechs available. We have multiple mechs repairing right now. It'd be really nice if we could expand our mechs in this stream. So that's kind of our goal for the day is can we add a mech or two in probably 3, maybe 4 missions if we're lucky that we have this morning. So let's see what we can do. We're almost getting to that critical mass where we can start. We have enough mech parts in the mech bay that hopefully we can start putting together mechs. In a perfect world, I like to get to the point where we're putting a mech together every other mission.
Moving, Commander.
You can get to that point once you get a critical mass of
No problem. On my way.
mech parts in the mech bay. And then we can really start to upgrade.
I'm ready.
You know, although it's all relative because I really enjoy this first part of the gameplay where you have lights, you have to use maneuver and strategy to its utmost to achieve your objectives. Alright, so the enemy garrison was on patrol, so we can actually sneak in, capture the objective quickly. Oh, here comes the enemy right here.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, we have a 10-ton vehicle. Looks like we have vehicles. We got a Pegasus and a wheeled APC. Alright, so let's hit this Pegasus while we can.
All weapons are to go.
Nice shots to the rear on that Pegasus. We did lose our tag on the last playthrough yesterday. So that's gonna slow us down a little bit. I can't emphasize enough how much tags are critical in this game. I'm a big fan of tags because it allows your tactical pilot to focus on firing and getting sensor locks instead of just getting sensor locks. Really big help. Alright, we got a spider coming in. We got lots of... We should have several spider parts by now.
On the move.
You know, spiders are not my favorite, but in the Discord chat room for this game, there was one person who was claiming, and I don't see any reason not to believe him, that he was able to turn a spider into a real killing machine. So it'd be interesting to see if we could do that ourselves. Alright, good hits on that Pegasus there. Excuse my throat. I don't have COVID or anything like that. And besides, COVID is not something you can get through a stream, so I think you guys are safe. All kidding aside, just waking up this morning. Alright, let's keep hitting this Pegasus in the rear. Using our speed from the Locust, because that's really all we have to work with this Locust.
Sweet.
Keep hitting that Pegasus in the rear, which is the easiest way to get rid of that enemy vehicle.
Ready, Commander.
Hope everybody's having a good morning this morning. I want to encourage everyone to get involved in the chat room. As much as I love talking to myself, I'd much rather be talking to you guys. So please feel free to join us in the chat room. Oh, we got some structural on the Pegasus.
Dealt a heavy hit there.
Again, this garrison force, I'm sure, is just the appetizer for our fight here.
I'm your spaniel.
I'm almost certain we're going to have another enemy wave come in as reinforcements. So we want to make sure we stay evasive. We protect our mechs for the real fight, which is coming soon. Oh.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace.
There we go. There's the reinforcements. Oof. Alright. Targeting our Locust there. Alright, so again, let's stay evasive.
Move order received.
Try to finish off this Pegasus if we can.
Giving them everything I've got.
There we go. There goes the vehicle.
Hot damn, we're gonna do this right. Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
We really want to finish off this first enemy force before the second reinforcements get into position on us. I'm not sure if this is reinforcements. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is still probably part of... Let's see. The reinforcements are not in play yet.
Ready, Commander.
So it really benefits us to really take this initial force out before we have
Commander. Take this.
those reinforcements come in. Right, so there's another vehicle. So we've got a vehicle and a spider left.
Roll her down.
They will be done.
Let's push in our Kantara on the spider. Not really a fair match. But hey, who wants to be fair? Let's do precision strike here. Honestly, not too worried about salvage on a spider. Because if that's the best salvage on this mission, it's going to be disappointing. So we're just going to go center torso here. See if we can get a quick kill on the spider. Not enough. Oh, there we go. So there's a blackjack. We already have 2 blackjack parts. Oh, they're going to backstab us. Okay, that's where the reinforcements are coming from. So, hey, Miss Simmons, thank you for joining us. We just started a fresh start. I don't know if you joined us the last 2 days, but we're in the middle of a fresh start here. So let's see, we got an Irby and a Blackjack Omni. That's a really nice Blackjack. At this stage of the game, an Omni Blackjack would be really nice. So let's try to maximize salvage here. Normally I would go for the arms here, but I'm really hoping we can maybe take out a leg, get a quick takedown on this Blackjack. Alright, here comes the Irby. Alright, so it's a missile build, not an AC build, which is a little less scary with the Irby. How are things going for you, Miss Simmons. Hopefully you're having a great day, as good as you can have in our reality that is now COVID.
I copy.
Alright, our Locust is going to have to punch above its weight here and see if it can finish off this spider and the vehicle from the first force, because we need to
Inflicted some heavy damage.
take our main force, our other 3 mechs, and focus on the reinforcements that just came up. Should be okay. If the Locust stays evasive, we should be fine. Last game was stinky. Well, no, the first initial game, the first initial mission of this fresh start, I was given a bad deal, and then I had to fight 12 enemies, and my starting lance was included a Locust and a Cicada. So, you know, it is what it is. But I do feel like we're in a better place to succeed right now. Alright, let's do a precision strike here. Still trying to work on a leg on this Blackjack. Really trying to maximize salvage. A Blackjack Omni would be a nice upgrade for us right now.
Commander?
Sad but true. Sad but true, that would be an upgrade for us. Alright, let's get the Kitaro in the front so it can act as a brawler, which is what it's here to do. I don't see any other enemy reinforcements. The question is, are there just 2 mechs that they set after us on this round, or are there more coming? I think there might be just this 2 as the reinforcements. If that's the case, we could really focus on getting as many parts as possible from this Blackjack. Oh, I didn't know it was a Lamb Omni. Or a Lamb Irby, sorry. So, a Lamb Irby is even less scary than a regular Irby. So we could definitely focus in on this Blackjack right now. Oh, you got bed bugs in your bed and had the room treated 3 times before I'm looking at getting rid of the bed and nightstand in order to solve the problem. To get a whole new bedroom set as the treatments are not working. That's lousy. That's lousy. You know, everybody kind of jokes about bed bugs. Here, let's try to keep the Locust evasive here and finish off the spider, hopefully. But bed bugs are no joke. And it really has nothing to do with you and your cleanliness. It's really just, once you get bed bugs into your bed, it's so hard to get rid of them. That's why hotels spend a fortune every year, because they pretty much throw out the bed whenever they find a bed bug. Because hotels can't risk a bed bug infestation in their whole hotel. So they usually throw out their beds as soon as they know about a bed bug. I learned this back in the days when I actually traveled every other week. I heard that story from somebody that worked at a hotel. So those are the days. You know, it's kind of funny. Before COVID, part of my job was to travel pretty much every other week. And, you know, it was not necessarily my favorite thing to travel to another state or city every other week and spend several days away from home. But I gotta tell you, now, it would be, I would love the idea of just going on a business trip getting on a plane, staying in a hotel. These are all things that we can't really do right now. Ow! Alright, hard hit on our Jenner here. I don't want to lose a mech to get a mech.
Lost a component.
So we need to really put the hammer down on this blackjack. See if we can't... See, we're getting bad rolls. We're not getting any hits on the legs, which is what I'm going for here.
Ready for orders.
Come on, Locust. Stay evasive.
Full speed.
My Locust is doing a great job of tying up multiple enemies here. But we should be close to finishing off this spider. Hopefully in a round or two. Because it's just a matter of time before that Locust does get hit. So, I'm sorry about your bedbug problem. That is not cool. And, you know, there's a lot of people who would not admit to having that problem.
Moving, Commander.
Yeah, I did get a heat sink there, but, I mean, that's really... I mean, that helps with this blackjack, but what I really need, and what I'm going to do right now, is to take out a leg. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, ammo explosion, I think. We got 2 salvageable parts, which is all we needed. So I think we could put a blackjack together. Ooh. Alright, good thing too, because it looks like our Jenner's going to be repairing for a while.
Took a bad hit there, Commander.
That was
I'm receiving you.
not so good. Yeah, so the reinforcements are definitely just these 2 mechs.
I'm going.
So let's see if we could finish off these reinforcements quickly.
Target lock on enemy 6.
I don't care about salvage on a Irby Lamb.
Solid connection.
They're cool, and I find them hilarious, but are they really going to be a good addition to our company? No. So if we have to repair a Jenner to get a blackjack, that's actually not a bad deal. I can live with that. Hopefully that's all it costs us. Let's see.
Receiving you.
Alright. Scrub. I'd love to see you finish off this spider right now, because I'm a little nervous about you. Please finish off the spider so you're not outnumbered and outgunned. Alright, there's a good shot on the spider.
Critical hit.
I think Scrub is definitely going to get MVP of this mission because he's tying up multiple enemies with a Locust. So he's definitely doing his job. He might get a performance bonus.
Back on my feet.
Alright, this Jenner's kind of useless right now until we get his legs repaired. And I don't want him to suffer any more injuries or damage. Especially when all we have left is a lowly spider.
Confirmed.
Alright, let's get the rest of our lance in a position to finish off this original enemy force. Again, I don't really care about salvage on this spider, so let's just see if we can kill it quickly. I mean, I'm not going to turn down a spider part if I get it for free, but am I really going to put all my eggs into a basket by focusing on getting a spider put together? No, because the spider is a stopgap measure for me. It doesn't really improve my lance. Alright, there goes that.
Mech destroyed.
There goes that spider. How's everybody doing this morning? I'd love to have some interaction in the chat room. Please feel free to jump in. We also have a giveaway. So if you're new to our stream, please give us a follow. If you give us a follow,
Ready, Commander.
which is no cost to you, you're entered into our Funko Pop giveaway. The more you interact with our channel, the better your chances of winning a Funko Pop.
Roger that.
So the more times that you actually visit our streams and interact in the chat room, I actually keep track of that, and that will give you basically extra entries into our Funko Pop giveaway. Just like other people do on YouTube when they have a giveaway, the more you engage with their channel, the better your chances of getting the Funko Pop or the giveaway. Same thing here. So thank you for joining us. That's a good one, Miss Simmons. Alright, we got a J. Edgar to finish off, and then we can get on with this mission. Ouch. Oh man, structural damage.
Reporting. Heat gauges.
Ready, Commander.
Alright. Well, we still need to technically capture the objective. We'll do that.
Moving, Commander.
As you can see, the Jenner is a great light mech to start out with, but once it loses its legs, it's pretty much useless. Because its speed is really capped when you lose that leg. Alright, let's push in here. With the Griffin, we can't stomp on this vehicle yet, but we can at least hopefully get some good shots in. We'll do precision strike. And not going to be enough.
Standing by.
Alright, Scrub could go in and do a kick.
Locking in coordinates.
Let's try to get rid of this vehicle as quickly as possible. That melee doesn't look like it does much damage, but it does add up. So
Moving, Commander.
now that you can actually, with this mod, you can actually do melee and shoot most of your weapons, it really emphasizes the viability of melee here. Ouch. We're losing a lot of firepower on that Locust. It's ironic to say we're losing firepower on a Locust, but it's true.
Going full throttle.
That Locust actually has 3 medium lasers on it, so it's a decent skirmisher and flanker. There's not much more you can do with a Locust than that. Alright, there we go. Vehicle destroyed. Alright, so the good news is I think we could put a blackjack together. The bad news is we got some repairs to do.
Moving,
But
Commander.
that is the life of a mercenary. So, such is life. There we go. Now we should be able to put together a Blackjack Omni, which is a really
Mission
nice
successful.
mech to add. We're only about 5 missions in, and for us to get our 3rd medium is actually pretty good. Now we started with 2 mediums, so this will be the first medium that we'll actually add. Let's see. Ooh, Bloody Doves is out for 18 days. That is disappointing. Alright, so we'll get our Blackjack Omni and see what else we get. So we got Blackjack, Blackjack, Spider, Spider, Lamb, and we got some nice components as well. Alright, not bad. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this Blackjack. We should be able to put one together. We should be able to cross-engineer the Omni with the Blackjack that we already have. Alright. Alright, so let's check out the mech bay here. Alright, let's get our Locust repairing, because the Locust is actually a very effective weapon for us right now. As long as I keep it evasive, it's viable.
And no. Shouldn't be too
All
hard.
right, now the Jenner only lost its leg, so it's out for 3 days. Not horrible.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
So we can get that Lance available in 5 days. So we can do another mission in 5 days. Now we can put together another Locust. That's not so exciting. So I can't put together... Oh, I can't put together a Blackjack because I got Omni parts. I think that's what the deal... Yeah, so I have Omni parts and regular Blackjack parts, and they're not interchangeable. So we're not going to get a Blackjack here, which is fine. Not a big deal. So let's actually wait to get our Lance put back together. Alright, there we go. We have some other mechs that are repairing. Hopefully by the time they repair, I can just cancel these builds, because I don't really like the Firebee or the Icarus. I'd love to find something to replace them, and then I could just cancel those repairs. Alright, so we have a assassinate mission. Let's do that next. Alright, all we have to do is replace our pilot here. Bloody Doves was one of my better pilots, but I do have... Tainted Loki. So I'll take Tainted Loki in the Jenner instead. And let's go. So just an update for some people who are joining us. There's a significant update to this mod, which is coming out Monday. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a fresh start. This is kind of just practice, but then we're going to do a fresh start in career mode, because there's 3 major components of this update that we know of. So first of all, there's going to be battle armor, aka elemental armor. 2, there's going to be the ability to start with elemental armor. And number 3, there's going to be a improvement to the guidance system, or the gunnery system, which is going to make things much more challenging. And 4, yes, I know I said 3, but there's actually 4. 4 is there's actually been a solution to the enemy overheating problem, which you really see a lot when you're fighting the clans more than any other enemy, because they have so much firepower. And that will be a pretty significant step up in the challenge if your enemy is not blowing itself up every other turn. So,
Command interface initiated.
good to see that. Alright, so we got a assassination target along with his guard force. Alright, let's get eyes on the first target here. As always, if you have an enemy that's out by itself, really want to try to emphasize taking out that target when you can, because getting multiple members of your unit working on one enemy unit is by far the easiest way to take out a target quickly, especially a target salvage. You just want to get it off the field quickly. That's a great reason to try to maximize your force on one target at a time. Alright, that could be the assassination target up there. Oh. Could an assassin be the assassination target? That would be ironic. That would be ironic. Ooh, alright. So that Hetzer has an AC on it. Pretty significant AC.
Ready for orders.
So we, again, taking out that Hetzer. So let's see if we can figure out where the Mech Warrior is. Okay, so the assassin is the assassination target. Okay. Then we have supporting forces, which are over here, which looks like a lance of mechs, and then a support lance of vehicles. Ha ha ha. I'm glad we have Miss Simmons in there for comic relief. Alright, so one of the things we can do here... Alright, so the Hetzer is not evasive right now. So if we can get in shots on the Hetzer, that's going to be our best target right now. It's also one of the more dangerous targets on the field right now because it has an AC 20 on it. So the faster we take out this Hetzer, the better we're going to be. You know, it's amazing that an AC 20 Hetzer a week ago when I was playing a fully developed campaign would have just been a nuisance. But with a fresh start, it's actually a pretty significant threat. So that's one of the cool things about this game is you can always restart your career and the difficulty will immediately ramp up because what used to be not scary is scary again, if that makes sense. Alright, so we got rid of the Hetzer there. I want to start getting at least one unit working on that assassin. The challenge of the assassin here is it's going to be very evasive if it keeps jumping around. So it's going to take a while to take this assassin out.
Yeah.
Unless we concentrate our fire. So there's no reason we can't take out the assassin before we engage the enemy support.
Firing. All done.
It's just going to take a lot of rounds
Damage, Commander.
to take out this assassin. And the fear is, of course, that he's going to make a run for it before we can take him out. Alright, so we got I got an Owens coming in. We actually have a couple Owens parts, so I wouldn't mind getting an Owens. Certainly better than some of the mechs that I have right now. Oh, alright, so that assassin has a medium pulse on it. And some missiles. I try not to just look at the target and find out exactly what they have because that's not very realistic to real mech combat. In real mech combat, you don't really know what the enemy has unless you have pretty high-tech sensors until they fire at you. So I like to let the enemy fire at me, show me what they have before I just click on them and figure out exactly what they have. So this assassin has an LRM-5 and that medium pulse, which is the biggest threat. Alright, so we have a good hit percent chance here because he didn't jump. A good pilot would be jumping or sprinting the assassination every round. That's what I would do. Because the assassin is very squishy. So the fact that that guy is not emphasizing his evasion means he's actually a very easy target right now. So we have to take advantage of that. And hopefully get some more shots in here. Good hit there on the assassin. I don't really love the assassin as a mech to add to our company, but obviously, you know, beggars can't be choosers here. Alright, so let's do a kick on the Scorpion.
Locked on for physical attack. No joy.
Alright, it'd be nice if we could avoid some serious... Oh, is that a... Okay, we got a missile carrier up there. Alright, Alright, we can actually go in for
On my way.
melee on
I'm
this
way into it.
Scorpion. Nice hit there. The Scorpion's actually the bigger threat to us from a damage standpoint than that assassin.
Scored a critical hit. Waiting for orders. Rolling.
Now that being said, I'd like to hit this assassination target before it can jump again. So let's do a precision strike on one of the legs. The biggest threat on an assassination target is that it'll start running. He'll start running probably his next turn. He'll start making a break for it. Alright, got that Owens. Which is fine. We should be able to clear out the assassination target and then go after the guards. So that definitely works to our advantage here. Alright, let's see if we can maybe finish off the Scorpion here. Good. That Scorpion was a bigger threat than the assassination target right now. That medium pulse isn't going to kill us, but a AC certainly could get a lucky shot and do significant damage. So we want to keep our lights evasive. Alright, that light weapons carrier actually has a lot of firepower. We should try to get rid of that thing as quick as we can. Alright, the assassination target does not feel like it needs to run for it yet. Which is good news for us. Very good news. Alright, let's sprint up our Locust. Because this weapons carrier actually is a pretty decent threat that we can get off of the field quickly.
Firing.
So let's try to get rid of that weapons carrier as quick as we can. We also want to take these enemies out so we can turn and face those guards as quick as possible. So we really minimize how many shots that guard force has on our rear. Alright. Good melee on that vehicle. Followed up by some fire. So we have the enemy guard force who was asleep on the job and allowed us to corner the assassination target, is now rushing back to help the assassination target. They're not being overly aggressive about it, though. But they are getting lots of shots to our rear armor. So we need to wrap up this first force as quick as we can. Because that guard force eventually will start doing significant damage to our rear armor if we don't take it out quickly. Jenner seems to get beat. Seems to be getting beat up quite a bit lately.
Daniel.
All right. You know, call me crazy. Let's see if we could just get rid of this vehicle. And yes, you can call me crazy. But since that assassination target isn't trying to retreat, it makes sense to try to take this vehicle out if we can.
Oh, I like that shot.
There we go. Alright, and then we're actually going to move up our Griffin to target this light carrier here, because it does have a significant amount of firepower. Let's do a precision strike, just so we can get rid of this thing quickly. Hopefully. Not when we miss with the PPC. We're not going to take it out quickly.
What's up, boss?
Alright, let's get the Jenner into the rear of this weapons carrier.
Here it comes.
Get into that sweet rear armor. This light carrier is surprisingly tough for something that's called light in its name. It's giving us a real hard time. A lot harder than the assassination target, to be honest with you. That javelin is just going to keep peppering our rear armor.
Aye, aye.
So we really want to try to get this assassination target as quickly as possible. Let's go for a kick here. Let's see if we can take out the leg on the assassination target.
Engaging.
Not the best. We went after the wrong leg there, but that was better than nothing. Alright. Ooh, medium pulse to the rear of our Kentaro. We don't want that to happen too many times. Alright. Let's go for a punch here on the assassin. We can't go for a kick, unfortunately, so we can go for a punch. Alright, our Griffin's going to keep going after this weapons carrier, because it's still the biggest threat on the field. As you'll see, this light carrier, hopefully... Yeah, he's going after the Griffin. The Griffin could take a round of that, but we don't want to have that happen too often. But we're actually really close to taking that weapons carrier out. This should be the case right now. This should finish off this weapons carrier. There we go. Alright, that weapons carrier's off the field.
Yes.
Alright, there we go. There goes a leg on the assassination. So it's going to be really hard for him to run away now. Medium pulse laser. So we've got this under control now.
I'm ready.
Alright, Kentaro, let's do another stomp on that assassination target. See if we can take out the other leg. No, you can take out the side torso, though. Collapsed lung. You should want to eject right about now. Come on, eject. I know you want to eject. There you go. Kill confirmed. Get to the rendezvous with the leopard. Field, at least. So let's see what we have to see if it's worth us engaging these enemy targets. So we got a Owens, a Javelin, and a Javelin. I mean, they are mechs. The Owens, actually, we do have a couple parts for, and I do like Owens at this stage of the game. So let's go for Precision Strike on the art.
Standing by.
We could always just take out the Owens and then let the Javelins survive.
Copy that.
That is a possibility. Or we could just take them all out. I'm not crazy about a Javelin. But, you know, I could sell a Javelin to pay our bills for a month. So, you know, every mech does have its pluses day of the practice run. We're getting into a groove again. We've actually gotten a couple mechs to play with, so we're actually in a much better place than we were last time that you saw us. Alright, let's do Precision Strike on this Owens again. I love how you do a Precision Strike, you go for the leg, and you hit everything except for the leg. Yeah, that makes sense. I probably would have... Oh, man. Now we got structure exposed on the Jack.
Shot.
Alright, so I'm going to have to keep the Jenner in the rear with the gear here, because I don't want any more damage, because then we're going to have to spend some time repairing it. The Kentaro, the Locust, and said I might just take out the Owens and then run for it here. We'll see. So, iCypher, good to see you. We're kind of putting together a challenge for Tuesday after the update on about who could be real challenging, and it's a good way for us to highlight the addition of the battle armor to the game by starting out with battle armor. Beginner mech pilots train at Stormtrooper Academy. Yeah, that's very accurate. Although I will say, iCypher, I don't know if you're a fan of The Mandalorian, but in the last episode, and this is not a big spoiler, I wouldn't tell anything significant, although it's been almost a week since the episode came out. But in that episode, the stormtroopers were incredibly accurate, which was not at all close to lore. Like, they were hitting a target every time they shot when they were shooting against a third enemy in the show. Again, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I thought that was hilarious that the stormtroopers were actually able to take out an enemy for every shot, which is not canon at all. But it was hilarious. When I saw that, I just started laughing. And my family, who doesn't understand the reference, couldn't understand why I was laughing. But the fact that the stormtroopers were able to take out an enemy with every shot in The Mandalorian last episode was just completely anti-canon. It was very funny. Now, at the time, the stormtroopers were our heroes, so maybe that's why they suddenly got good aim. But yeah, so we're going to do a fun competition fresh start starting next Tuesday. So IMG and I are going to start with the same rules, the same settings, and the same start, or as close as we can get to it. And then we'll see what happens. And we're going to use the scoring system in the career mode to decide who, quote-unquote, won the competition. It's probably going to be something we'll try for like a couple days. I don't think you could sustain it for very long, because then you start each day or gameplay day, you increase the variance, and it makes it harder and harder to have the same experience. But we can, for example, go to the same planets, do the same number of missions per stream. There's ways that we can actually make it a pretty fun challenge. Alright, let's see if we can take out the leg on this javelin. There we go. Oh no, that was the side torso. It was not the leg. Right, so we might as well take these enemies out. I mean, as long as we don't get any more structural damage, we might as well hang in here and take these enemies out if we can. Alright, good hits on the Owens there, but it did no damage apparently. I didn't see any damage on the Owens there. Oh, they're going to keep going after our Jenner because the Jenner has structural damage. And the AI is stupid.
Good to go.
So we can use that to our advantage. We can actually... Let's do a precision strike here. See if we can keep hitting that one leg on Owens. No. We couldn't hit the broadside of a barn there. Definitely Stormtrooper Academy cadet there. A graduate of the Stormtrooper Academy. That is for sure. As you can see, our commander is actually Mando from Mandalorian. And I actually found a commander portrait that actually has a full helmet. So it is very fitting. I would love it if they put Mandalorian in as a portrait for this game. That would be
Heading out.
Pretty
Full
awesome.
speed.
Yes, I know we're crossing genres, but hey, it's just for fun, right? Alright, I don't really care. I just want to get rid of one of these javelins. So let's just go center torso here while he's down on the ground.
This just in.
There we go. There goes one. Oh, we actually got 3 parts. Not that I'm really dying for javelin parts, but hey, if it's free, I'll take it. I'll take it. Structure exposed. Alright, our locust is in a good spot to do some backstabbing here.
Aye, aye.
Cleaning up this enemy force here is actually going a lot smoother than I thought.
Full complement on the enemy.
They're not the best pilots. They're letting themselves get surrounded. They just don't have the firepower to stay in this fight. I mean,
Standing by.
if I was them, I would have withdrawn.
Heading out.
Because they really just don't have the firepower to stay in this fight. Hey, Javine? Please tell me how to pronounce that in the chat room. Really appreciate you joining us on our stream. I don't believe I've seen you before. So we love to have new people join our stream. So thank you for that. If you like Funko Pops, please give us a follow. If you haven't done that already. If you give us a follow, you're entered into our Funko Pop giveaway. And that includes anywhere in the world. So I can actually send through Amazon a Funko Pop to any... Hey, I like Funko Pop number 3 on Amazon, which happens to be Spider-Man, for example. And I will, if I can get that Funko Pop for less than $20. Funko Pop that costs hundreds of dollars, that is not part of the giveaway. It has to be less than $20. Or you could even just tell me, hey, I like Halo. Can you give me a cool Halo Funko Pop? And I'll find a Halo Funko Pop and I will send it to you. So, hold on. One problem with our OBS Studio. Alright, I think we're okay. Let me know if you can, if there's any problem with the stream.
Waiting for orders.
It's got an alert notice, but I think we're okay. Alright, let's get our locust in here on the rear of the javelin. It's the biggest threat, and I don't really care about salvage on the javelin too
Whatever
much.
you say, boss.
A couple shots to the rear and that javelin will be done.
That hit something good.
I'm really just trying to get some Owens parts here. And we'll actually have a tough choice between the Owens and the Assassin parts, because
Receiving you.
even though the Assassin is heavier tonnage-wise, I do feel like the Owens is more useful. I could do more things with an Owens than I can probably do with an Assassin. Oh, 4 parts on the Owens. Very nice. So I could just retreat here, but there's the only thing left is a Jenner. Oh, thanks, iCypher. I really appreciate the update on the screen. Sometimes OBS Studio gives you
Where's all my armor?
alerts that don't really make
I'm
any
here.
sense. It gave me an alert that there might be a problem with the recording, but since I'm actually posting this not only to YouTube at the same time as streaming on Twitch, we should not have a problem, because I don't... I do that so I can actually just stream. If you want to post your content on YouTube, the most efficient way is to do a dual stream, so your content gets onto YouTube at the same time that you do your stream. So you don't have to then save it, and then upload it into YouTube. It's all done at the same time.
Internal structure damage. The bad kind.
Oh, M. Simmons says, I like Funko Pop 36, which is the Dark Knight Joker. Okay. All right, Miss Simmons. So if you win the giveaway, and we give away the Funko Pop every month, if you win the giveaway, I will contact you, and you could say, oh, I like Funko Pop 36. And I would say, okay, well, that's less than $20. So give me your address, and I will send it to you, and you'll have your Funko Pop. So it's really that easy.
Reporting critical hit.
The more you get involved with our streams, the more your chances to win. And now that we have 3 streamers on our channel, we're putting up... Ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened here? Okay. Looks like we froze. That is annoying. Alright, what are my choices here? I'd really like to get back to the mission, but it's not letting me do that. Yeah, we crashed. We crashed, everybody. Which means that mission, which was going so well, is now forfeit. Wait. Wait, did it fix itself? It did! It fixed itself.
Yeah.
Alright. Awesome.
All right. Full speed.
Awesome. Very excited. Luckily, we solved the problem. A little patience, and our task manager actually probably fixed the problem in the background. I've never seen that error before. You know, that's pretty interesting. Yes, we got very lucky. Especially because I don't want to
May I
force everybody to watch the same mission twice. There we go. Probably got one part on that one. Yep, one part. Alright. Commander, the area is clear. Darius will give me the green light to land immediately. Hold your position. Alright, so we really lucked out there because I didn't want to play that mission again. Because we actually got quite a few mech parts, and we didn't take any significant damage. So, as I was saying before... Ooh, iCypher scared it with a task manager threat. That's probably pretty accurate. Alright, so we got a little bit of damage to the Jenner and a little bit of damage to the Locust. Nothing we can't handle. Now let's talk about salvage here. So, I could definitely argue that... Hold on one second. My sound got... When the game froze, my sound got kicked out of my headset. So let me fix that, because that was annoying. Because I was getting sound from my monitor, which is not what I want, because that gives you audio problems with the stream. So we could take the jet assassination parts, which is a 40-ton mech. But I actually feel like we could do more with the Owens, because it has a permanently mounted tag laser and a slave unit. Okay, so we have a... So I actually feel like the Owens is the more valuable parts here. So I'm going to take the Owens parts. Because an assassin, I'm not really a big fan of, to be honest with you. So I got javelin parts. I can put one of those together and sell eventually. We're going to have the Owens. We got an AC-20. That's nice. We got some MRMs. We got an SRM-6. And we got an XL engine. That alone is very nice. Getting an XL engine is huge. So we can actually put together a better mech with that XL engine. Probably do it before we travel again. Hopefully we will get to the Argo without a crash here. I want to encourage everybody to get involved in the chat room. Oops. Helps if I can type correctly. We want to make sure that everybody's involved in the chat room. Everybody gets every opportunity to win that Funko Pop. So let's get involved. All right, in the mech bay. All right, before we start repairs, okay, so I could put together an Owens. All right, so that is nice. I have a pirate cicada that pirate locust I could put together. Theoretically, that would be better than the locust that I have. But I don't want to just give up the value by scrapping the mechs. So let's actually just do the repairs here. Now what I can do is we do have the Fire Bee. We're going to stop repair on the Fire Bee. And we're going to go ahead and scrap that. Alright, so that opens up room for the Owens. So I think I want the Owens with the tag for scouting purposes. So let's definitely get the E version of the Owens. There we go. And the Owens is a lot more useful for me than the Fire Bee was. So that's a nice little upgrade there. Now I could also say, would it be better for me to have, because this Icarus still needs 22 more days of repair. We'll leave it alone. All right, so we'll move everybody up. If I wait the 3 days, we can actually have 5 mechs again. So let's do that. Alright, so now we have 3 mechs available. Nice little increase in our firepower. Alright, so we have a interdiction. No, I'm not going to do an ambush convoy. We could do a trappist sprung. Let's do mopping up. Mopping up is always a good mission to get some mech parts. Alright, so we have our Kentaro, our Jenner, our Griffin, and our Locust. And now we can actually add the Owens to the rotation. And let's get Mama Bear in here. So we're upgrading 2 of our sensor lockers at the same time. Before I do this mission real quick, let me go into the barracks actually. I haven't been upgrading my pilots, so let's do that now. It'll just take a minute. I don't love doing this on camera.
I'm receiving you.
But we've got enough points available that I should probably upgrade
Mech warrior training
our pilots.
complete.
Waiting for orders.
Alright.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Ready for orders.
Okay.
Training complete.
Orders?
Okay.
Mech warrior training complete.
Just some quick upgrades here. Especially for our player.
Training confirmed, Commander.
For our commander.
Standing by.
Training complete.
I really...
Yes, Commander.
Alright. Gunnery.
Mech warrior training complete.
I missed one.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Alright. Should be almost done with these upgrades. Just bear with me for a minute here.
Training complete.
Tainted Loki. By the way, if you're into Marvel and you saw the trailer for the Loki series that just came out,
Ready for orders.
it looks really cool. So I'm really excited about that series. Marvel has so many projects that are right. Like the last 2 years, we haven't really had a significant MCU release. We're almost to the 2-year point when you think about it. But next year is going to be an amazing Marvel experience, assuming they figure out a way to release those movies. I'm fairly certain that they have decided that they're going to release those movies even if they have to release them on Disney Plus. I haven't heard anything, but that's my prediction. I think more and more studios are not going to just wait around for the ability to release in the movie theater, because movie studios, starting with Warner Brothers, with Wonder Woman 84, which is coming out on Christmas Day, I believe, on streaming, I think we're definitely going to see movie studios say, you know what, we've waited enough for the movie theaters to open up again. We're going to start getting whatever revenue we can out of these movies. So, that will be really interesting to see. I'm excited that we have a vaccine for COVID, but the numbers just tell me that this is going to take until the middle of the summer before we really get a handle on COVID across the world. Even in my town, even in my county, which is one of the largest counties in the United States, they're saying that we're going to have about 200,000 doses by early February. But we have 10.2 million residents. So it's going to take a really long time for all these vaccines to roll out.
Command interface.
So I think the movie studios are just going to say, you know what? We're tired of waiting for the theaters to open up again. Because they need the money. They just need the money. Alright, this is not one of my favorite maps. So we have destroy enemy units, destroy Capellan support lands. Okay.
Copy that.
Alright, so now that the Locust
Giving them everything I've got.
doesn't have a tag but has 3 medium laders. Watch Party. Are you talking about a watch party for 1984? Unfortunately, that's going to be released on
Yes, Commander.
HBO Max, I believe. And HBO Max does not have the ability to do a watch party on a stream. Now, what we could do is we could watch the movie at the same time and have a chat, and I just wouldn't stream the movie. We would just have, basically we could have a let's chat session where we all watch the movie at the same time, and then everybody can give input on the stream. But you'd have to be very careful for spoilers that way, because everybody's going to be a few seconds off. So we'd have to say, okay, you can put general comments in the chat room, but please don't give off any spoilers like, oh, I can't believe she took out that guy with a lasso or something like that, because that would probably ruin the experience for other people. So I think we could do a watch party or a just chatting session and then not stream the movie for everybody that has HBO Max. We could do that. As long as we're not streaming audio and we're not streaming the actual movie, I don't see that being a problem. So that would be interesting. Yeah, I think we could set that up by Cypher. So what we'll do is I can set up a question in the stream and just ask people because we have a couple weeks, if they would be interested in doing a stream watch of Wonder Woman 84. I'm a little nervous about Wonder Woman 84 because the first movie was so good that it's kind of sets us up for disappointment on. Yeah, thanks What Games 123. Thank you for joining us. I don't think I've seen you on our stream before. If you give us a follow, not only do you get entered into the Funko
Minimal
Pop,
damage on that hit.
but what I'll do is sometimes one of the tricks you can do is I can't send you emails directly or send you messages as a group, but what I can do is set up a stream, and it could be as simple as just saying, hey, FYI, next week we're going to do a watch party for Wonder Woman, and then it shows up as a stream notification, but it just lets you know the information I need to give to you. Wow, that was a total miss. So I think that would be a lot of fun if we could get, even if we could just get. Oh, thanks for the follow. What Games? Really appreciate that. Even if we could just get 5 or 6 people that want to watch the movie at the same time, and just have some chat commentary, I think that would be fun.
Aye, aye.
So I could definitely see us doing that, especially since it comes out on a day where most people are going to be off work. It should be something we can set up. So we can't do the actual streaming of the movie, but we can definitely set up a chat room, basically. So we could do the just chatting category, and it could just have a title, watching Wonder Woman, chat only, and then whoever wants to show up can show up. I think that would be a lot of
Taking
fun.
a shot.
You know, because it's actually the first really good release, in my opinion, of a movie in almost a year. You know, Tenet, I haven't seen Tenet yet, but, you know, Tenet was kind of released in the theater, so it didn't have the same, we're going to have to go around this body of water, that's a
No
pain.
shooting, just running.
Didn't really have the same audience because of the timing of the movie release. So I haven't actually seen Tenet yet. I might try. I think it's available for streaming now this weekend, so I might try watching Tenet this weekend. But you know, Wonder Woman 1984, I think, is the first, arguably the first big release in quite some time.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
That's going to have mass appeal. You know, there are some movies that have been released, obviously, but they're movies that technically would be like Netflix caliber movies, or, you know, B series movies, not significant blockbusters. And Wonder Woman 84 is going to be a significant blockbuster budget movie that's being released.
Yes.
You know, I know they spent a lot of money on Mulan and they released it, but that was on a pay-per-view, so it's not quite the same thing. So yeah, that would be a lot of fun if we did something like that. So I'm on board with the idea of coming up with a way to do. Basically, we're going to say, all right, we're going to start the stream in 3, 2, 1, and then everybody can start their stream at the same time. And we can have general commentary in the chat room. We just want to avoid any big spoilers, just in case somebody else is a few seconds behind in the stream. But I think it would be fun. I think it would be a fun thing to do. I mean, theoretically, you could do the same thing with Mandalorian. I mean, you could do the same thing. You just have to make sure that you're not actually streaming the actual show. So I'm a big fan of Mandalorian, so if anybody wanted to do that on Mandalorian, I'd be happy to do that too. Maybe we could use Mandalorian as like a test for doing it. Right, so this Owens actually has an MRM-10. That's pretty interesting.
Copy that.
I didn't notice that the first time. So this Owens is actually a pretty nice Owens. And it's already getting speed up, though. That's a problem. Oh, we lost our C3 slave.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, What Games is back. Hey, What Games?
Waiting for orders.
Glad to have you back.
Acknowledged.
You know, I really hate these dark bodies of water, especially when you have slow mechs. Because they dropped us behind this large body of water. Alright, so we got another Owens, and we have a Hetzer here. Alright, we should try to get rid of this Hetzer, because the Hetzer has a lot of SRM-6s. Precision strike with the Hetzer. Oh, so you think doing a timed playing of The Mandalorian would be fun? Alright. That's actually pretty easy to set up.
Blue team unit.
Oh, geez. I just lost my Owens. Spent so much time getting it. And now the Owens is gone. Alright, that's fine. That happens.
Ready for orders.
I really don't like how the position they dropped us off on this mission. That just pretty much caused us to lose the Owens here. But let's keep playing.
I copy.
It basically set the enemy up for a great opportunity to ambush us. Rest in peace, Owens. Yeah, we'll have to rebuild it. Too bad. I spent a lot of time getting it, and it lasted for 3 rounds. But yeah, it happens. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. So, my take is once Warner Brothers announced 2 weeks ago that they were going to release stuff directly to HBO
Yes, Commander.
instead of pay-per-view, or well, I mean, HBO Max is basically a pay-per-view. You just pay for the service instead of the movie.
Waiting for orders.
I think that marked the end of movie theaters. Now, stay with me. There's always going to be a place for movie theaters, but I think movies are going to become a special event. You know, like you buy tickets in advance and you go just a couple times a year. Because the vast majority of the public, especially after COVID, if you give them the opportunity to simply... Wow, that's a lot of missiles. If you give them the opportunity to sit at home and watch a movie at home when they want to, I think that will be the end of the traditional movie-going experience. Because if you can watch it at home on a really cool high-end system with a stereo, why would you want to worry about going to a movie theater, paying really high prices for the ticket, paying really high prices for your food, and you have to get there at a certain time, and you have to sit through the previews. Why do all that when you could just watch a movie at home? And this is coming from somebody who, before COVID, I went to movie theaters probably 3 or 4 times a week because I loved the movie so much. But
Systems.
the reality is, if you tell me, hey, you could just watch this at home, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch it at home. Yep. Rest in peace, theaters. That is very true. I think
Waiting for orders.
movie theaters are kind of like dinosaurs right now. I mean, there's really no real upside. If you can get the same... Oh, we got a champion.
She's running too hot. I gotta shut
We
her
got
down.
a champion and a guillotine. A guillotine? Oh man, this is a lot of firepower to be dealing with right now. Don't get me wrong, I love the salvage. We're gonna have to do vigilance here. But the ability to
Heat gauge is red line.
the ability to watch movies at home. Yeah, no, I agree, iCypher. So, for example, I still think people will go to the movie theaters. Like, for example, Avengers Endgame, which is my all-time favorite movie, right? That movie experience would have not been the same if it wasn't done in the movie theater. So I think those movies will still have an audience in the movie theaters. But I think like romantic comedies, dramas, anything that doesn't really have the same build-up as like Avengers Endgame, people are going to say, "Oh, that documentary about Elvis is coming out. I can just watch it on pay-per-view at home." They will just do that instead of going to the theater 9 times out of 10. The vast majority of the movie public, you know, you've got people that have busy lives, jobs, kids.
Vehicle down.
It's hard to get babysitters. You know, maybe there's single people who don't have people to go see movies with. The vast majority of people, if you tell them they can watch a movie at home, will watch a movie at home. I guarantee it. It's cheaper. It's more convenient. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. Can you explain the use of vigilance? So vigilance does a couple things. Vigilance is actually a very underappreciated item. And a lot of people don't understand how useful vigilance is. So vigilance allows you to drop your heat, get a entrenched stance, and you move your turn ahead 1 turn. So for example, that Inferno area is really driving us crazy here, so we're just going to have to not shoot here. This Inferno is really giving us a hard time. So with Vigilance, you move your turn up 1 round, or 1 phase, and you know what we're going to do?
I lost a weapon.
We're doing a restart mission here, because we really got screwed both by the opposition and what we were up against here. That'll be another thing when I do the challenge with IMG. We won't allow any restarts. But in this situation, I'm doing a restart because they actually have heavy mechs coming after me, and I shouldn't have heavy mechs on a 1.5 skull mission. So with Vigilance, you move ahead 1 turn, you get fully entrenched, and you lose any heat that your mech has. So you get a lot of things, even though you don't get to fire that round. There's a lot of positives to using Vigilance. So let's try this mission again. I don't like where it dropped us off. I thought it was very unfair.
Command interface
And all right, they're dropping us off. It's a slightly better place than last time. But they had us up against way too many enemies for a 1.5 skull mission. I mean, a guillotine is a heavy mech. There's no way that I should be up against a heavy mech in a 1.5 skull mission. It's just not likely. So that's how Vigilance works, iCypher. So think of it as I can't shoot, but is there something else I can do that will help me in the next round? Ouch, my Owens... I think I'm destined to lose this Owens, this mission.
Aye, aye.
So a Vigilance can in some ways be more useful than a precision strike or other situations, especially if your mech is about to fall over. Vigilance is really a good use of its turn. So if you have a mech that's unstable, it's about to fall over,
Ready for orders.
you would get a lot more out of doing Vigilance than to actually firing its weapons.
On my way. Double
So
point.
that's kind of the thought process behind Vigilance. But a lot of people just don't understand how Vigilance works. we should be able to finish this mission off. We'll be able to push forward.
Commander?
Let's see. Yeah, we're going to push our Quintero forward.
On my way.
We're not going to take
Double time.
Yeah, that helps. Thanks. Oh, no problem. So vigilance, I mean, is one of the least understood options for your morale. But it really, if you use vigilance right, it is a game changer, because I hit my own Owens there. Because you actually can save a mech from getting toppled over. You can, if a mech is overheating, you can actually keep it from shutting down. There's a lot of benefits to using vigilance.
Receiving you.
A lot of people don't understand it, so they don't use it very often, but it's extremely useful.
Hightailing it.
Alright, so let's get our Locust into the rear of this fire bee here.
Everything I've got.
And we hit on 1 out of 3 shots. But at least we're in its flank now. See, these are much more reasonable enemies to be up against here. I'm telling you, this Owens is cursed. It is cursed.
Good to go.
Alright, let's go for melee on this fire bee here with our Griffin. Or sorry, our Jenner. Oh, we missed. Let's at least hit with the SRMs. Alright, that's something.
Yeah, Commander.
Alright, Owens, what can you do? Alright, I need to get my Owens out of dodge here.
Full speed. No target.
Alright. No problem, my Cypher. You know, I'm a big fan of Battletech, obviously, and of this mod. So anytime I can help you guys, it could be anything from answering questions to helping you install the mod to, you know, giving you thoughts on strategies that you can use. I'm all about trying to help this community grow, because I do think Battletech Advanced is one of the best mods out there. You know, it's incredibly, it has a lot of depth to it. Plus, it's updated almost every 2 weeks or so, roughly, which is unheard of for a mech. For a mod as complicated as this to be updated on at least a monthly basis is pretty amazing. And we're very fortunate to have a modding community for BTA that updates it as frequently as it does. If it wasn't for mods, I would have stopped playing Battletech years ago.
Solid connection on that
But
one.
because the mods make things so much more interesting, it really is a game changer. Alright, Tainted Loki. See if we can just finish off this fire bee.
Order received.
I don't really care about salvage on the fire bee.
Everything I've got.
Love to just see this fire bee go away. There we go. 4 salvageable parts. Not that it really matters. I don't want
Receiving you.
fire bee parts. Alright, so now that the Owens is out of its ambush position, we can actually use it the way it's supposed to be used, as a scout and a sensor locker. Alright, so yeah, if there's interest in a watch party for Mandalorian,
I'm here.
I would be happy to set that up.
Affirmative.
The challenge here is I do watch it usually first with my family, and we usually watch it in the evenings on Friday on the West Coast. So that does make it a little challenging for everybody else. Oh, we got an Enforcer. An Enforcer actually is a nice little bit of salvage here. Ooh, there's a 65 tonner up there. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, so 65 tonner. Let's see what we have here. Pitchin 2769. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Let's see if we can get vision on this 65 tonner. See what we're up against here. A Jagger Mech E. Ooh, HVAC 2, HVAC 2, ER medium laser. This is a very nice mech, actually.
Acknowledge.
I gotta try to see if I can get as many parts out of this Jagger Mech as we can.
Receiving you.
Obviously, a Jagger Mech at this stage would be a huge win for me. I don't expect to get more than 2 parts out of this, though. It's really hard to get more than that out of a medium. Or actually, it's a heavy. It's really hard to get more than 2 parts. Alright, so we got a enforcer here. So we're going to be aggressive here
Going full throttle.
with our Owens. But it's evasive at number 6. Hi IMG. We were talking about a lot of things before you came in. There's a lot of interest in the challenge that we're going to do between the two of us. And there's also interest in us doing some watch parties. For example, we could do a watch party for Mandalorian. We could do a watch party for Wonder Woman 1984 that's coming out. Now, the key is we can't show the video on the screen, but there's no reason we can't do a just chatting channel, and we could just talk amongst ourselves while we all watch the show at the same time.
Affirmative.
So there's actually some interest in us doing that. I think that could be fun. Again, we'd have to have a very clear understanding that there's not going to be any spoilers in the chat. It could just be general commentary about, oh, I like the way they did this, I like the way they did that. It'd be very important that we didn't spoil things. You know, for example, if we say, oh, I can't believe Steve Rogers, or not Steve Rogers. What's the I can't remember the guy's name. Wonder Woman's boyfriend. You know, if we said in there, oh, I can't. Oh, Steve Trevor. So if we said, I can't believe Steve Trevor
Good to go.
sacrificed himself to save the world. You know, that would not be something we would want to put in the chat room, because that would be a definite spoiler to everybody. But we could do things like, oh, that was, I like that 80s reference, or things like that. That would be really cool. I think that would be fun. All right, we're not gonna play around with this Jagger Mech. If I can get a kill shot to the rear, we're gonna take it. So, IMG, what do you think about adding that? So it wouldn't be a watch party in the fact that we stream the event, but because you can't do that unless it's on Amazon. But what we could do is say, all right, everybody start your show now, and then we'll just keep commentary in the chat room. That's the sort of thing you can absolutely do, as long as you're not streaming the audio and the video for the show. Ouch. Ooh. Our Griffin took a hard hit there. Ouch. Ouch. Knockdown on our Griffin. But also, a lot of people are very interested in our friendly little competition
On my way.
on the restart. So I'm excited about that. Let's go for melee on this Enforcer. We're definitely punching above our tonnage here in this mission. That's funny. Ooh. Alright. This is the problem going up against these enemies right now. is we're going to take some significant damage. Alright, so there goes the Jenner.
I'm hit.
Ouch. Alright, so let's get the Griffin up. It's going to be worth it to get these this salvage, but that doesn't mean that it isn't coming without a price, let me tell you. Alright, let's do a precision strike here. See if we can take off the weapon arm of this Enforcer. It'll make me feel a lot better.
Orders.
Alright, the Locust is going to have to keep backstabbing this Jagger Mech. M. Simmons, that's a very good joke. Not really into watch parties, but that's cool. That's okay. I'm happy to host those if that's not your thing, my man. No problem.
Move into position.
All right, let's try to really overwhelm this Enforcer's armor as quickly as we can
Orders.
by concentrating our forces. All right, so here's a big problem. So our Jenner is pretty much a sitting duck
Back
here.
in action.
So the smart thing to do here is going to be to eject,
Roger that.
because I think that Jagger Mech would have finished off our Jenner there. So sometimes there's nothing wrong with a retreat, or an ejection for that matter. IMG and I had a lot of fun last night playing Mech Warrior 5. The replay is available on our channel if you want to check that out. We had a lot of fun. We're going to be doing that every week. Mech Warrior 5 is a lot more fun when you do it with a group of friends. There's no question about it. It's saying I can melee, but it's not letting me move to actually do melee. So let's alright, we'll just go for a shot here. I don't have the best weapons to go close range on this Enforcer, but we'll take the leg out. Hey, What Games 123, thank you for joining us again. Alright, let's see what that Jagger Mech does. Alright, Jagger Mech just moved, it didn't shoot. I'm telling you, that Jagger Mech would have killed my Jenner if I hadn't ejected it. I'm 90% certain that my Jenner would have been a complete loss if I hadn't ejected it. Alright, so let's move our Locust. Our Locust might actually take out this Jagger Mech almost single. Ooh, alright. That's a problem. I thought I was moving to the rear of the Jagger Mech, not right in front of its guns.
Giving them everything I've got.
Alright, let's try to take one of the guns out at least. There we go. I had to do that because
Critical hit.
that Jagger Mech's gonna unload on me next
What's
round.
up, boss?
Alright.
Coordinates received.
Let's keep shooting this Enforcer in the
Confirmed.
back.
Target.
Alright, we got knocked down. Good. Alright, health is down to 1.
I'm receiving
Health
you.
is down to 1. So if we can cause another injury,
Confirmed.
or take out that leg, there we go. That should be it for the Enforcer. Alright, we got 3 salvageable parts. Very nice. Actually getting some good mech salvage out of this mission. Alright, so all we have left is this Jagger Mech here. Now my best case scenario is actually if the Jagger Mech goes for melee on my... Oh, alright, that wasn't so bad. It didn't shoot the HVAC 2s. I'm not sure why, but it didn't.
Move order received. Firing full complement on the enemy.
Standing by.
Let's see if we can get some other mechs into play on this. No, not this round. Next round, though. Alright, let's see if we can finish off this Jenner.
Orders?
I mean, getting Jenner parts and Jagger mech parts this early on is pretty nice. I'm pretty happy about that. It still seems like there should not be these mechs on a 1.5 skull mission, but it is what it is. Alright, our Griffin can't do anything except shoot LRMs. Alright, let's see if we can maybe get a couple extra shots into the leg here with a precision strike. It does help a little bit, not much. Alright, let's see what the Jagger mech does. Alright, went after our Kentaro. I can live with that. I can live with that. Alright, the Locust is going to keep shooting him in the back. This Locust has done most of the damage on this Jagger mech. This is kind of proof that a light mech, when used correctly, can take out any target.
Commander?
It's just going to take a long time.
On the move.
Alright, the Owens is going to help out here. Quite a bit, actually. Alright, how many parts did I get?
One less target.
One salvageable part. Not ideal, but hey, one is better than none. Alright, so we're going to have to make some very smart decisions with our salvage here. We've got a couple, I think we have 3 Enforcer parts. We have a Jagger mech part. Then we might have some weapons components as well. I'm going to need everybody's help on selecting salvage here. Alright, so we've got some significant damage to the Jenner. We're going to have an injury for 18 days. The Griffin lost a leg, but there's no real components in there, so that's not too bad. And the Owens has some armor damage. A little bit of structural damage. Alright, so we have 2 parts that we can get. Let's look. So we have ER large lasers, ER medium lasers, HVAC 2. Should I take both of the HVAC 2s? Or should I take mech components here, IMG? I'm really torn. What do you think? Should I just take the HVAC 2s? They are really good for their tonnage. But I hate to give up on those mech parts. That is the question. We also have some case. We've got 2 XL engines. I almost feel like we have to take the XL engines. What do you think, IMG? Should we take the HVAC over the XL engines? Because we've got 2 XL engines here. It's really hard to pass those up. I'll give you, IMG, I'll give you 30 seconds to confirm that we should take the HVAC. If so, I will. Otherwise, I'm inclined to take these XL engines. Because that is a very valuable piece of technology this early in the campaign. The 2 XL engines is really hard to pass up on. Ha 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 ha! XL. Alright. Alright, IMG agreed with me. So let's take the 2 XL engines and see what else we get. Alright, so we got a Firebee part, a Jagger mech part. We got one of the HVAC 2s. We got an AC-10 and 2 XL engines. Actually pretty nice salvage. Oh, and an ER medium laser too. Not bad. Alright, so that's going to be it for missions on this stream. We're going to do some housekeeping in the mech bay. If you're interested in that, please stick around. If not, we'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, for some more Battletech Advanced. So if you're new to our streams, please give us a follow. We really appreciate that. Not only does that support our channel, but it also gives you a notification when we stream. Please also check out our schedule since we have 3 streamers on this channel. We're trying to give you as much variety on streaming as we can. So there should be definitely a few things on our streaming schedule that you might like. For example, older gamers like myself, IMG has a retro gaming night. Ooh, 5 days. 5 days to repair this Griffin. We don't really have a choice. 6 days. This might be a good time for us to travel because we have a lot of repairs to take care of here. Ooh, this Jenner's in a bad way. Yeah, alright. So, I mean, we didn't lose too much. It's just going to take a long time to get these repairs done. Alright, so we can improve our SRM ammo. And add 2 medium lasers. Yeah, part 2 of Masters of Orion, which is part of our retro series, will be next Monday night. Check out our schedule for details. IMG's also, we're playing Mech Warrior 5, which is kind of a retro gaming night because that game kind of got passed by most of the gaming community, but it's still a lot of fun. We're also playing some Halo 3. We also have Baldur's Gate 3, which is going to be on Saturday. So we have actually a lot of games in the pipeline for everybody. Alright, in storage, we still have this Locust P. I'm really interested in trying this Locust P out, but I really need the Mech Bay, the improved Mech Bay, to really try some of these mechs out. So what we're going to do is we're going to maximize the mechs that we can get out as quickly as possible. That Icarus 2, I'm really considering... I don't love the Icarus 2. If I stop the work, I can get a lot of money back. And I don't really think this Icarus 2 is really worth keeping around. So we're going to scrap it. That actually gives us a lot of money, which we can actually dump into building the Mech Bay. Alright, yeah, that's what we're going to do.
The team on it right away.
So we're going to take that money from the Icarus and then put that into purchasing the Mech Bay. Then we're going to build this Pirate Locust, because I actually do like the Pirate Locust quite a bit.
That mech you wanted is back online.
This is not your mother's Locust. So this Pirate Locust, let's just take a look at it. We have a little bit of time. This Pirate Locust comes with rocket launchers, reloading rocket launcher 15. So there's a lot of punch if you use it correctly. And then in addition to that, we have some small chemical lasers. I'd probably switch this out to something that has more punch to it. But, you know, this is a lot of firepower to come out of a Locust. I know, IMG, it's a Locust. But it's better than... Having a Pirate Locust is better than having an Icarus in repair for 30 days. Okay, so we got our Kataro. Did someone say rocket launcher? Yep. So one of the things that you have in modded Battletech is you do have rocket launchers, which are unguided rockets that do have a lot of punch to them. So that's actually going to wrap up our stream for today. It's time to get to work. But really excited about having some new people join our stream today. So please give us a follow. And also join us for other streams. You can find them in our schedule on the webpage for Twitch. We will see you next time. Oh, IMG says he would drop short 1 mech. I mean, we could do that. I'm not a big fan of dropping short, dropping only 3 mechs. But we'll consider doing that before our next stream for Battletech Advanced, which will be 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern Time in the United States. We're here every day except for Saturdays right now, where we play Baldur's Gate 3. So join us next time for another stream.